guess you could say that final curtain call is getting closer. Right now, it's day 2 of the final Sundance Film Festival in Utah.
For many Utahns, it's a bittersweet and surreal finale after more than 4 decades of Sundance calling Park City home. And we have Mika Miyashima on the move, live on Main Street in Park City. This year comes with a lot of emotion for those folks. Mika?
Yeah, definitely really emotional for both Utahns, like you said, residents and businesses who are feeling a lot of emotions right now for The Last Dance. Right now I'm joined live on Main Street by John Kenworthy, owner of Flanagan's on Main, and GM Yvonne Timar. Thank you so much for joining us bright and early. I know it was a busy night last night. I know you're expecting round 2 tonight. So, just tell me, how was the first day of Sundance for you folks?
Oh, it was wonderful, wonderful. We see people from all over the world. Famous people, not so famous, families, all kinds of different crowds. We love it.
And at Flanagan's last night?
Oh, yeah.
What, yes?
Yeah, we had Woody Harrelson in the house. We had some others in the house. Brian Wimmer from China Beach, and it was just great. I just want to say good morning from Park City. And I want to encourage everybody to come on up. We're celebrating. We're not going down without a big celebration and a lot of gratitude for one Robert Redford. Without Robert Redford, we wouldn't be here. He did so much for this town, and it's kind of fitting that he passed on back in September, and the festival's now moving out of town.
And that's what I was going to ask you. What does it mean for not only your business, but other businesses along here on Main Street, once Sundance moves on to Colorado?
Yeah, it's tough. We can't dodge the financial aspects. It is a huge boost for all of us. So from an owner's standpoint, we're going to miss it. More importantly, from our employee standpoint, it's going to be really rough. This is the biggest 10 days of their year. And can't really replace it, if you want to be honest. I know that the new administration's in there and Ryan will get to work. We're anxious to see what Ryan comes up with. But, yeah, it's $150 million plus. And in 10 days, that's going to be hard. I personally would like to see arts and culture remain. I'd like to have the music, and X Games would be great. It's a tough sell right now, though.
Right, we've been here, and we're talking to the mayor a little bit later today, so we'll see what he has to say about the future of Park City. But, on the flip side, I've been hearing some businesses are actually happy that Sundance is leaving. Tell me what you've heard.
Well, that's true. The HPCA, that's our Historic Park City Business Alliance, has a lot of type A's. And the gallery business doesn't do as well during these 10 days of Sundance. I don't think many people say, hey, let's go up to Sundance and let's buy a painting. So it's rough on them, and they'll likely do better. But still, when it really comes down to the umbrella, the financial umbrella, Sundance brings in a lot of money to our city and to our state. And it's just not going to get replaced. Not quickly, anyway.
And really quickly before we finish up, what are we expecting for this weekend, the first weekend of the final dance?
First weekend, we have a pop-up show from Tao from Las Vegas. It's going to be a lot of fun. Are you going to go, Ivani?
Absolutely. I cannot miss it.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Well, you folks will be there. We appreciate you getting up bright and early again to talk to us. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And if you have a chance, stop at Flanagan's on Main Street. And right now, the streets are a little bit quiet. There are some people out and about, but, later on today at 11 a.m., they actually close Main Street. It'll be shut down to cars so pedestrians can make their way around. And we are expecting it to be another hopping day here at Sundance.
I want to welcome everybody in. We have a special. From London comes a printer that allows us, after we pour our Guinness, to print your picture on the head of a Guinness. Come on up and visit. Celebrate. That's what we want to do. The Last Dance in Park City. Let's all get together And let's sell
Good
it.
incentive. All right, Ron and Mary, it is obviously a party this morning out here on Main Street at
Still
7
partying.
a.m. Yeah, exactly. More to come later today.
Okay, we'll check back with you.
For now, I'll send it back to you folks.
We'll check back in just a few minutes with you, Mika. A lot of fun going on there
Yeah,
this morning.
we appreciate that. Okay.
Well, Utah's race to save the Great Salt Lake hits the international stage this week. There's a new documentary called The Lake, and it's premiering at the Sundance Film Festival.
The film follows scientists and state leaders as they try to save the shrinking lake, a crisis happening just outside Sundance Theater doors. Mika Miyashima is on the move for us live at the Ray Theater, where the documentary just made its premiere. Mika, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Ron and Mary. That's right. The Lake just made its premiere yesterday here at the Ray, but don't worry, there are more opportunities to see it. It is competing in Sundance's U.S. documentary category, and the reception has been pretty great so far. I'm actually joined by the producer, Fletcher Keys. You're a producer of The Lake, and I hear that yesterday's premiere was met with a standing ovation, so congratulations. Tell us a little bit about the film.
Thank you. Yeah, the film is about three prominent individuals who are doing everything they can to save the lake. And we've been working on this film for just about 3 years. So it's been a long time in the making, and we're just so grateful to be here premiering at Sundance.
How special. It's a movie based in Utah, made by Utah locals, and it's premiering at Sundance's final festival here in Utah. You know, why is it so significant for Utah right now, the film?
Well, Great Salt Lake is maybe the biggest crisis, biggest problem we as a state are facing, and not only that, it affects the whole world. There's a ripple effect from Great Salt Lake that will affect so many places. So for us to be able to solve this problem and maintain our way of life here, I think that is one of the foremost issues we have.
What do you hope that people take away from the film after they see it?
I hope that they see that we can always work together. The film really works to show how we move forward, no matter political views, no matter opinions. People in Utah are really good at working towards a common solution and continuing to move forward, and I think we capture that really well.
And why do scientists say that the lake is at a critical tipping point right now?
And they're completely correct, because right now we're in the middle of a snow drought, and the lake was bought some time from a big winter a couple years ago, but we're back to almost historic lows for Great Salt Lake, and the more the lake bed is exposed, the more at risk many people will be due to dust storms, and also the ecosystems will be facing collapse if we're not able to replenish the lake level.
And, you know, I know that it premiered yesterday, and it's also airing again today, correct? So where can people catch the film?
There's a screening today at Rose Wagner Theater in Salt Lake City, and all of our screening times are listed on the website, and there will be 3 more screenings after that in Park City.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us. And again, congratulations on having a film at Sundance. And I cannot wait to see it personally. It sounds like it's a very important film. Appreciate your time, Fletcher Keys. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And guys, coming up, we're going to be talking to the newly elected mayor of Park City about all the things that are happening right now and what the future of Park City could look like. That's coming up in about 30 minutes.
All right.
Thanks, Mika.
Yeah, Mika, we do appreciate that. Now, for more than 4 decades, it is the end of an era here in Utah.
Yeah, Park City is rolling out the red carpet one final time for the Sundance Film Festival that's now in day 2. We have Mika Miyashima joining us live from the Ray Theater with this year's festival and plans to celebrate Utah's rich history.
Yeah, that's right, Mary and Ron. I'm right here outside of the Ray Theater where people are already lining up, getting ready to go inside for the first screening that starts at 8:30 this morning. I'm joined now by John Nine, your senior programmer with Sundance Film Festival. Thanks so much for taking the time. I know you're introducing at 8:30, so glad we could squeeze this in. Give us a general preview of what to expect at Sundance this year.
I mean, people come here for discovery. We're standing outside the Ray where that screening is Hachan Shake Your Booty, which is a film in our dramatic competition. It's a fantastic film that's set in the world of Tokyo ballroom dancing. And I think really the festival is all about range. We have, so many interesting films in the competitions. We have a lot of big cast in town. There are films like The Invite, which is Olivia Wilde's film about two couples one evening gone terribly wrong. It's very funny, very smart. Charlie XCX in 3 movies this year. One of them is a kind of mockumentary about the concert life of Charlie XCX. So there's a lot, and then documentaries. So many people come for the documentaries. We had Academy Award nominations come out yesterday, and all 5 of the 5 documentaries were Sundance films from last year. So I think people will really hopefully check out some of the nonfiction as well.
That's amazing. Is there anything new this year that folks can expect?
Yeah, I mean, so one of the things that we have in the second half of the program in particularly is we're calling it the Legacy Program. We're looking at the history of the festival, 43 years in Park City. It's the first festival since the passing of our founder, Robert Redford, in September. And it's really a way of showcasing all the films and filmmakers that have come out of this festival over 4 decades. So we have repertory screenings. We have Little Miss Sunshine with almost all the cast for a 20th anniversary screening. Guillermo del Toro will be here for a screening of his first feature, Kronos, which played here in 1993. Documentaries, Mysterious Skin, which was a Greg Araki film and one of Joseph Gordon-Levitt's earliest roles, and he's here for that screening. So we're looking at some of the screenings that have sort of defined the festival over the last few years. A lot of artist talks and events, and then a sort of closing event on the final Friday. That's all about the stories that people have collected over their time here.
And lastly, like you mentioned, this is Park City's last time hosting Sundance, and it is also the first time that Robert Redford hasn't been here, Sundance's founder. What is the vibe like this year? Is it different?
I think it is, but at the same time, Redford was never one to put himself in the spotlight. I think what he cared most about was the artists that the Institute supports through its labs and through the festival. And so that idea that we're celebrating this thing that was so catalytic to independent storytelling, and we're doing that by celebrating all these new films as well too. I think that's what he would have cared about.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, John Nine, senior programmer with Sundance Film Festival. Thanks for taking the time to talk to us some more. Really appreciate it. And guys, coming up next in about 30 minutes, we are talking to a producer of one of the films. It's called The Lake. It's talking about the Great Salt Lake right in our backyard. And it's already making waves here at Sundance, so that's still ahead. But I'll send it back to you.
All right, look forward to that, Mika. Thank you.
A lot to talk about.
Well, Park City is buzzing with A-listers, filmmakers, and fans, and Mika Miyashima as well.
Right. It's the final hurrah of Sundance Film Festival. Many wonder, though, what's next after the festival leaves Utah for Boulder, Colorado. We have Mika joining us live this morning at the Ray Theater. And Mika, you're with the newly elected mayor.
I am. You guys, Park City is a place to be. There's so much going on right now. I am joined by Mayor Ryan Dickey, and thank you so much for joining us this morning. What an exciting and fun time to be the mayor of Park City.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful morning in Park City, and it's Sundance. This is always an exciting time to be here.
Yeah, bittersweet is probably a great way to describe this final hurrah up here in Park City. How are you feeling, and what are you hearing from the community here in Park City about Sundance in the final year?
We have mixed feelings, of course, because we've loved having Sundance. It's been here for decades, long before I came to Park City. And so it's bittersweet, I think is the right word that you used for that last time. But I think overall the mood is celebratory. People are excited to have Sundance, knowing it's the last time. I think you see our locals really getting excited to attend the festival and do all the things that it has to offer to really savor that one last time. So I see a lot of smiles. I think our locals are happy and excited to see what comes next.
And speaking of celebrations, I understand there's something coming up on Sunday. What can you tell us about that?
Yes, we have a big local celebration, a celebration of Sundance on Main Street. So, we're closing Main Street through the weekend, just like we did last year. And now we're going to put a stage out there and have a concert. Amy Redford's going to speak. I'm going to say a few words and really celebrate the Sundance legacy. And then we're going to do what Park City does best, and we're going to have a party. We're going to do it on Main Street, and we have got a couple bands and sort of a local celebration of Sundance.
And what is the time on Sunday for that?
5 o'clock on Main Street. It's from 5 to 8.
Right, that definitely sounds like the place to be. Just continuing on with Sundance, what kind of an impact is it going to have financially, potentially on the city, local businesses here in Park City when it leaves?
It's interesting. Park City has really evolved since Sundance, first came in the 80s. It was, who came to Park City in January, right? It was a dead time. We had all these empty hotel rooms, and Sundance came along, and it was a chance to fill beds and have something special in town. And now our visitation is at record levels. We're an internationally known destination, partly due to Sundance and of course the 2002 Olympics. And so we think without Sundance, we expect really to have still have a lot of visitors. We don't think we're going to see a big economic impact. It'll just be a little different here. Luckily, we have those 2 years of COVID when we had no Sundance Film Festival to do a little bit of a test about what happens, and we had just each year 2 huge ski weekends and lots of visitors in town. So we don't think it's going to be a big economic impact as much as just a cultural impact to not have the festival.
And of course, the big burning question: what could potentially replace Sundance? What could be coming?
Well, as a city, we love how Sundance came about. It was something organic that came to us, grew up in Park City. I don't think as a city, we're not looking to sort of program something and say, hey, these are, 10 days that we have to fill. I think you'll probably see us sit back next year, see what the impact is, see what our weekends look like. And maybe that next thing will spring up organically to fill that space or not. But as a city, we're going to sort of stand back and see what it looks like.
Aside from Sundance, as a newly elected mayor, what are some of your top priorities for this year?
Well, I'll say we're really focused on transportation, looking forward to the Winter Olympics in 2034. It's a big opportunity for us to think big about what is the investment that we need in Park City, especially from a transit perspective. So if you've driven into Park City in either of our entry corridors, 224 or 248, you might have hit a little bit of traffic in the morning, and we'd like to address that. So that 248 corridor coming in from Wasatch County to Park City, we're looking to invest. You saw us last week vote to move forward with bus rapid transit and a park and ride. We have a really exciting public-private partnership with Deer Valley that we're going to leverage to do some big things out there. We're building a senior center. We want to invest in our Main Street, so we're looking at the next evolution of our awesome historic Main Street. How do we make it even better? So you'll continue to evolve the Park City experience. There's so many opportunities in Park City right now. It's a fun time to be mayor.
Yeah, a fun and busy time, exactly. And we appreciate you making the time to talk to us this morning. Park City Mayor Ryan Dickey, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks for being here.
All right, guys, like I said, Park City, definitely the place to be. We have seen people lining up to go inside the Ray Theater, and films are going to be going on all day today. And again, 11 o'clock is when they will start putting the barriers up on Main Street to block off that street. But yeah, it's a fun time to be in Park City.
Have you seen
for now, I'll send it back to you in studio.
Have you seen any movie stars, Mika?
Not yet. I've been on the lookout. I've been seeing some people who look like they could be, but no one I recognize so far. Maybe I got to stick around here a little bit later in the day.
Well, I understand you have been signing a lot of autographs yourself, right?
According to who? Yeah, I don't know about that.
Hey, I'm an investigative reporter.
I don't know about that.
Glad you're out there and having fun, Mika. Thanks so much. Fun morning.
All right, we'll see you
Thanks a
later.
lot.